Good evening and welcome to Tom Huffer Senior Stadium, home of the Chugiak Mustangs. In just a few minutes, Chugiak takes on Bartlett to begin the large school football state playoffs. One of the many events going on this weekend is happening right now, an actual midnight sun run, a 10K at 10 p.m. The gun went off at UAF's Patty Center a short while ago, and in less than 10 minutes, you'll see a couple of runners pass underneath this finish line right behind me at Pioneer Park. We've got a match on our hands. The Seawolves have just evened it up at one game apiece, 25-20 in the second. We'll have all the highlights coming up tonight on the late edition. Mike, Maria. There are very few times in a person's life where you can honestly say it all comes down to right here, right now. And for the Aces, this was that night. 36 feet 10 inches, 1 inch farther than Crystalline Johnson's leap, set way back in the good old days of 2015. Our Iditarod page has a terrific interview with Catherine Keith. She discusses falling asleep and having hallucinations. One of those involved scores of people handing her hot dogs, just like the dream I had last night, Kari. The ABL is a league of recruited college players from Division I programs like Tennessee, Stanford, and TCU. But who doesn't love the old local boy done good story? And tonight we see exactly that with something on the line. It's game 2 of the Bucks and the Pilots in the Mayor's Cup Series. Pilots looking to clinch up 1-0. Good start for the Flyboys. Bottom of the first, Oregon State's Joe Gillette. A little tapper, enough to score Kyle Watson from third. 1-0 Pilots. And Ketchikan's Nathan Bunk comes up huge. Only graduated high school in May. Bound for Seattle U. 7 2/3 scoreless innings for Bunk. 4 hits, 3 strikeouts. Bottom 7, Deshaun Kiersey. The hit and run is on. And the outfielder from Utah finds the gap. Big second run comes across. Kiersey would then score on a wild pitch. The Pilots repeat as Mayor's Cup champions, getting the win for Bunk. 3-0.
Coming in, the coaches told me that this was more of a learning experience, so I haven't really taken it too hard. I haven't been too hard on myself, but it's always good when the coaches are more you're here to learn.
And although the Mayor's Cup Series is actually decided, they still play Game 3 tomorrow. The WCHA is expressing disappointment over what is frankly a deplorable action taken by Minnesota State Mankato. After just 3 seasons in the current WCHA, the Mavericks have already applied for new membership in the National Collegiate Hockey Conference. MSU has been a WCHA school since 1999, won the regular season title in each of the last 2 years. Now apparently too big for the league, looking to join the likes of North Dakota, Denver, and Miami, schools that all jettisoned either the WCHA or CCHA at the end of the 2013 season. Thing is, Mankato can't hold those teams' suitcases. For all their success in the new league, the Mavericks have never even made a single Frozen Four. Good luck, guys. After receiving a 5-game snapshot at the end of last season, goaltender Lucas Hafner and forward Kenny Babinski receive actual contracts from the Aces. Hafner made 5 appearances in net after wrapping up his college career at Western Michigan, enjoyed 1 shutout and an overall goals against average of 2.96. Babinski joined Alaska straight out of Ferris State, collecting 2 assists in 5 games. So make it a handful of players signed for next season. A well-liked figure in the Alaska hockey community bids farewell to the state for now. Anchorage Rays Corbin Schmidt ends his 4-year tenure as UAF hockey assistant coach. Corb's and wife Andrea, herself a member of the Nanook's athletic office, are leaving to pursue job opportunities in Minnesota. Schmidt went to UAF, helped the Aces win a Kelly Cup title in 2006, then returned to his alma mater to coach. The fellow always had a good sense of humor about him as well. Fairbanks basketball player Ruthie Hebard is off to a fantastic start as a member of the under-18 national team. Hebard in Chile with Team USA, tipping off the Tournament of the Americas today. The West Valley High School grad, 3-time state player of the year, even has her number retired at West Valley. She contributes 12 points and 8 rebounds as the U.S. destroys Guatemala 117-32. I mean, really. Next game tomorrow versus Brazil. Championship game Sunday if the United States advances. That's a decent point spread, huh?
Absolutely.
117-32.
So, Kevin, how do you really feel about the Mankato hockey team?
Hey, look, They couldn't win a WCC title with the teams that used to be in the league that they're now looking to join. Drop skiing and you save $600,000. But some UAA alums and concerned members of Ski Town USA in general are looking at the greater impact of the program and argue by cutting skiing, you suffer a much greater loss. What goes on inside this building
Yeah, just get yourself comfy.
is proof that the UAA ski program serves its purpose in a manner that cannot be measured by NCAA trophies or gate receipts.
And I was recruiting from Slovakia at the height of my ski career.
As part owner of Advanced Physical Therapy, Zuzana Rogers employs 75 people and treats the aches and owies of Anchorage.
You should not have any pain with this, but let me know, okay?
The three-time All-American in the mid to late 90s not only came, she stayed.
Athletics at UA provides that grit, that motivation to do more to the community because we've been exposed to that while we were athletes.
Rogers is among the alums saddened by the University of Alaska's waiver request that targets the UAA and UAF ski programs for elimination as part of a cost reduction model.
It was heartbreaking. They're mentors, they're coaches, they're leaders in their field. I feel we're really good example for our future generations.
UAA's global recruiting efforts also landed Toby Schwarber.
I looked around after a couple of years on the national team and thought, man, wouldn't it be fantastic to come to America and ski there and get a university education?
A native of Germany, Schwarber skied and ran cross-country for UAA and later won the Mount Marathon and Crow Pass races. He too considered UAA because of its ski team. But today he remains in Anchorage, working for his alma mater as an economist.
A big family, and I'm proud to say that I'm the first one to actually graduate from university. That was a big deal.
The UA sports provide really important link in our community. Our ski community is huge.
The entire alpine ski scene statewide may also recede if the program were to be cut. That's because when the Seawolves host International Ski Federation races, they draw local participation and the chance for Alaskan teens to compete alongside collegiate racers.
Even though I did not attend UAA as an athlete, I required their point base. We needed that point base to succeed. And without UA athletics and UA skiing, as a youngster, I would have never made the national ski team.
That's one reason why Andre Horton and others have created a Save Alaska Skiing website and a petition that's drawn over 4,200 signatures.
19 different countries are recognized, 271 cities. It has definitely become a big movement.
The message being, athletics are a transformative agent for the lives of those who compete and for the community they serve as adults.
If you eliminate a sport, it's really hard to get it restarted again. So if we can ever make it with either reduced budget, it should be able to make it further out.
Reasoning that Rogers hopes can put Alaska skiing back on course. It would be unwise to count Dallas Seavey out of any sled dog race. But days before pulling into White Mountain with the lead, he almost counted himself out.
The goal was to figure out how to win the race. And when I was sitting on the river, I think anybody who was watching the race probably wouldn't have picked me as a favorite.
Down to 9 dogs, Seavey has pulled off one of the more remarkable finishing kicks in Iditarod history, traveling 182 miles between Unalakleet and White Mountain in less than 30 hours.
That requires you to have a charged team at that point, and I think that's something that, you know, I did in all my races. And that's what allows us to do what we do at the end of these things.
Now, at the 77-mile mark, Dallas's father, Mitch, himself a 2-time winner, trails his 3-time champion son by 39 minutes. The elder Seavey will not back down.
I don't mean it as a cliche, but I have 2 chances to win, and it's, you know, I'd a lot rather win myself, of course. I do everything I can. I'll give him nothing for free, but including dogs or college education.
Right as I was getting into Golovin, I kept watching. I marked the time right when I hit the ice and the first time that I could see all the way to Golovin. That way I knew when I saw that light exactly where he was.
And falling an hour 52 minutes off the pace, the leader at the first coastal point of Unalakleet, Brent Sens. It's been a dream run for last year's Yukon Quest champion, one that appears to have fallen a little short of victory.
I'm extremely happy to be even competing with guys like this. So I'm real happy with where we're at and what we've accomplished in this race.
So yeah, so-and-so's ahead on the coast. Well, what did they do on the river to get there? So that's why I'm not concerned about the person that's 4 hours ahead, because they've withdrawn some serious, loans, and they're overextended, and it's going to collapse. Other teams have been putting money in the piggy bank the whole way, so of course they can make some big purchases at the end.
And now, in a race involving father and son, Dallas is poised to grab the mother lode.